and welcome to Business Aajkal. My name is Swati Singh and you are watching Financial Updates with me. Today's topic is recession versus depression. Yes, we have to discuss on this topic recession versus depression, and we are going to discuss the differential also. Now let's go to the topic. Economists and journalists have been discussing the possibility the US entering a recession. Not only the US, the whole world is now in recession. So amidst the COVID-19 pandemic, some have even gone as far as to say we could enter a depression. Yes, here's a breakdown of the difference between a recession and a depression, and why we are likely in a recession but not headed for a depression. What's the difference between recession and depression? Let's go ahead. I'm going to explain what the difference between recession and depression, and you will find out why I'm talking about this very soon. The last time we saw a recession was in 2008, but the last time we saw a depression was in 1929, 80 years earlier. Yes, this was the known as the Great Depression. The whole world is suffering from the depression on 1929. Yes, so let me start my emphasizing what constitutes a recession. Then I will come on to what a depression is. A recession is where the GDP of the country contracts for at least 2 quarters, which in layman's terms means 6 months. However, that's not all that's measure for an economics point of view. Economists also look for an early warning in these 5 areas too. Let's go to the topic. What is first? Yes, that is GDP. This stands for Gross Domestic Product, as all of you know that GDP, which in simple terms means the monetary value of all finished goods and services created by a country in that particular time period. When that drops for 2 consecutive quarters, this is known as a recession. Now come to the second topic. Second is unemployment rate. Yes. For example, in the last recession in the whole world, the unemployment rate hovered at roughly 9%, which may not sound high, but this accounted for almost 30 million people out of work. That's a lot of mouths to feed and becomes a huge burden. Let's come to the third point, that is household income. In household income, in recent years, our attitudes towards saving money have completely changed. Where before the emphasis was on saving a proportion of our monthly income, now the majority of people spend their entire paycheck and sometimes more. But during a recession, wages tend to stagnate and in most cases reduce. This is because there are more people competing for less jobs, so the employer doesn't have to pay as much. Now come to the fourth point, that is retail sales. Yes, in retail sales, again because retail sales really drive the economy. When we see this area reducing, it's telltale sign of a possible recession. Telltale sign, it means TELL and TALE, sign of a possible recession. Yes. Now come to the fifth point, that is manufacturing. This is often the first industry to be affected because if people are spending less money on goods, then there is less demands for the manufacture of those goods. So this is again an early warning indicator for a recession. Now we are coming to the recession part. Yes, a recession is finally damaging to the entire economy because it creates huge levels of unemployment, meaning less money is being spent by well. You, as a result, businesses make less money, so they then have to cut back on cost too, which is usually in the form of employees, meaning more unemployment. This then has a knock-off in fact to a larger purchases and monthly payments such as mortgage, car and loan payments. Once people start missing payments, it becomes extremely difficult to catch up, and as a result, the bank often responses those large assets. This can then result in the bank flooding the housing market with too many houses all at once, oftentimes pushing the price of the houses down. However, one major misconception that people often state as a fact, yes, is that recession cause housing crashes. Yes, exactly what I'm trying to say is, but this is actually not strictly true. One thing that most people don't realize, including some economists, is that the price of housing is heavily influenced by the availability of credit. The easier and a cheaper credit is to obtain, the more houses price increases. Basic things about the recession and the depression. If you liked my video, please go and share and subscribe, and I will catch you on another some good topic on the whatever the things is going around. So till then, goodbye, and this is Swati Singh signing off.